Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে PowerUp সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে দুটি প্রাইজ পুল সহ দুটি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ দুটি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের দুটি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
আজকে হেড করে খেলতেছে না।
ওদের কাছে মক আছে।
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the ESPL Bangladesh Invitationals. And here we are in the upper bracket finals. It's going to be GSC Headhunters going up against the side of Exceeli Esports, ladies and gentlemen. A match for the ages, to say the very least, because when you consider the roster changes that both of these teams have, it's going to be really interesting, especially because now Mock is on the side of Exceeli and now he's going up against his old team. So here is where a lot of the revenge stories may just start up. It could be the side of GSC initiating their rat, or it could be the side of Exceeli taking it all away once again by just having that raw firepower that they have added to their arsenal. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be having Kirito as my co-caster this time around. How are you feeling, my man? And how are you feeling about this matchup?
I'm feeling good. It's a really interesting matchup coming up. I mean, both teams have had roster changes. They need to adjust their chemistries and stuff like that, adjust their new strats with these new players, the play styles. And that's going to make it a little difficult for them to start playing like their usual selves. But considering that Mock came from GSC to Exceeli, he might bring some insight on how the players of GSC Headhunters play, some of their secret tactics and stuff like that. I mean, I do expect them to change up stuff, but speaking of ESPL, we are in the upper bracket finals, ladies and gentlemen. I had some words to say about ESPL and the things that ESPL is a global esports network and tournament platform provider with the goal of elevating players from casual gamers to esports champions. Starting 2021 with a bang, ESPL's hope is to grow Valorant esports talent across South Asia through the PowerUp series. As we all know, the top 3 teams from the Amateur Cup will join the Invitational Cup to compete against some of the best teams in the country. For more information, visit espl.gg/Bangladesh for more tournaments like this and fun esports content. We're currently live streaming on ESPL Bangladesh Facebook and YouTube, as well as BongoBD.com.
Now, with that out of the way, we can finally talk about where exactly we're going to be headed for this momentous occasion. And now, picking up the first map is going to be the side of GSC Headhunters going over to the side of Ascent. Now, Kirito, the biggest question in my eyes is that whenever you consider the potency of Exceeli on Ascent, they are an absolutely dominant force on this map in particular. And this is also their home ground. And the fact that GSC Headhunters have opted to pick this up, going up against the side of Exceeli, it's going to be a massive question mark. And I do believe that the side of Headhunters, they're feeling very confident about what they can do going up against the side of Exceeli on their home turf. They could just be more comfortable on this map. They have the better strats in comparison to the side of Exceeli. But when you consider the raw firepower that their side have, it could be a do or die situation already. And probably Headhunters, they lost the first map before the match even started. If they don't have the counter strats ready to go up against a dominant force that is the side of Exceeli.
It's definitely going to be interesting indeed. I mean, I've seen GSC perform really well in Ascent as well. We did see in the past ESPL tournaments and other tournaments too that they have good attacking strats in this. I'm not sure about defense though, especially with this new roster change. We are seeing Ace Up going with Reina. He usually plays the Jet, and Sasuke shifting from the Cypher to the Phoenix. And the new player, Nico, he's going to be going with the Cypher. So all eyes are definitely going to be on him right now, how he's going to replace Mock in this new team, considering that he's not going for the duelist. He's not exactly replacing Mock, but he is the new player here. And we also got to keep our eyes on Mock too, because considering in a new team, and especially a team as demanding as Exceeli, he really has to perform well to sort of sync up with them and, you know, have the same coordination he had with his teammates on the Headhunter side. So it's really a big tournament, a big match for both sides. I think both sides definitely want to show that, you know, Mock from Exceeli want to show that, because I mean, I might have changed teams, but I'm still that dominant, crazy fragger that I usually am. And Headhunters are also sort of to say that, oh, you know, Mock, he's a good player and all, but still, we don't need a super crazy duelist to win this. So both sides have something to prove, and what a better map than Ascent, where both teams are quite strong and have good strats to settle this down.
Now, with the pushes coming on down towards that A side, the first initial pickup is going to be side of Exceeli, throwing on those recon balls to make sure they take as much control as they possibly can. The push has gone on through, the smokes have gone on out, and it's going to be the side of Exceeli just storming on down into the side. They have complete side control. They've used all their utility to get into the side so this is going to be really dangerous to see the very least of how they keep their car ball rolling and how they take a lot of fights. And now with the first initial pickup, it's going to be the side of Mog getting that kill down onto Nico, and with the first over, he'll come it all through. They're still making the push happen. So crazy, getting another kill on the silence as well, with Mock cleaning up his second. And now he's looking for some more. Mock spots out one initial member off to go in for the jiggle, then going in for that swing. It's gonna be shoot spring, and Missile coming on in from the sidelines to take it all away. But once again, I have a little bit of a question mark. I did not notice this previously, but Missile, he's actually the one playing Jet, and Shoespring is the one playing Sova. A very interesting.
Definitely, we haven't seen these two. We haven't really seen Missile in a duelist role that much. Especially in the recent tournaments, he has really been stuck with the Sova, and he really played well with that. And I mean, he did get a bunch of frags he did get one frag in that first round, but definitely interesting new roster changes. We're seeing agent changes, but we're gonna see the second round starting off with Exceeli trying to push out on the B side right now. There are some good defensive holds, Savage utility in that side coming in from the side of Nico, and Missile is gonna shut him down. A second frag onto Sasuke. He's pushing into the side. Oh, Savage getting one onto Mog, but too quick there to trade. And Exceeli just absolutely wiped this whole side. Despite losing one player, they didn't stop shooting, and they didn't need to plant the bomb either. They just went in for the frags and absolutely decimated GSA Headhunters.
That was very quick and very clean coming out from the side of Exceeli. The way that they were able to take control of the entire site was very remarkable, to say the very least as well. The raw firepower that they have and the raw unfiltered aggression that they're showing going up against the side of Headhunters is very admirable, to say the very least. But at the same time, they need to be very careful. Otherwise, they could be biting off a bit more than they can chew. And now, once again, the side of Exceeli, they're opting to go in for a fast push down towards this A side. Mock opting to go up towards the upper side angle to see if he can find a cheeky first kill to open up the side for themselves. But here it's going to be Elias with a beautiful paranoia of his own, being able to catch them all out. But still, that's not going to be a push. That's going to be happening. Aesop not going to be able to get that kill down on the Fancy 9, but the trades are already going on through. It's going to be Elias getting that trade down onto Mock, shutting him down for being a little bit too aggressive down towards the side of the garden angle. But Solo making his way down from the back end. They're going to be beating on down towards the side of Short, and it's going to be Elias being able to shut down Zolo. No more sports for the side of the attackers. That could be what they needed to clean everything up. It's going to be Fancy with another kill down onto Nico. 2 versus 2, and making a 2 versus 1. There's not, sorry, 3 versus 1, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing that the side of Exceeli could have done in that scenario. They rushed in a little bit too fast. They were biting off a bit more than they could chew. And Mock, he was running in by himself on towards the side of Garden. A little bit of a communication breakdown from the side of Exceeli that we normally don't expect. But still, first loss coming on down from their side. And it's going to be the first buy round in for the side of GSC Headhunters, allowing them to stabilize themselves. And also for the side of Exceeli, they can finally go in for those full buys and take the fight straight to the faces of the side of Headhunters.
A lot of aggression coming in from Exceeli indeed. They didn't really properly communicate there to tell what the players are or tell their own positions, as a matter of fact. But that was a buy round for GSC. They had the upper hand anyways. Right now we will be seeing Exceeli coming in with the buy missile. He's gonna go with the Blade Storm, updrafting into mid, not gonna find anything. Mock, lot of aggression. He pushes through the smoke of his own teammate. Missile misses the shot on the Savage with his ult. Savage gets the trade in quickly. The flash is coming in. Lot of aggression towards mid from the side of Mock and Shoestreak. Almost said missile there, apparently, because used to seeing missile on the Sova, but we can see pushes coming in from B main too. Nico's got a lot on his hands, but Zolo is gonna shut him down. Mock and Zolo get a couple more frags. Mock, he's unstoppable. It's all on to Elias. He's all the way on the side of A, and he's gotta go through CT. But the players from Exceeli are already there. Zolo putting up an interesting smoke and off angle. You can see Mock also in B main. He's trying to look for the flanks, and I don't think Elias can do much over here. He can do some economic damage. Zolo is the one who's gonna walk into his crosshair. If he gets a kill there, it's actually really significant. But he looks away. They're just standing next to each other like a Spider-Man meme.
At this point, I don't think either one of them want to go in for that push, but I think Zolo could be the first one to make the move. It is gonna be his twin brother to clean it all up. Elias does get 1 kill, but his position has been found on Fancy, making a lot of footsteps down towards the side of Amian, but he does not want to go in for these peaks. And when it comes down to Elias, he's making the smart choice, opting to go in for that save in comparison to going in for that fight. Because if he opts to go in for the save, he can still buy 1 more gun for his teammates if they want to go in for a force buy in this round in particular. But it seems as though all of the members, they are going to be opting to go in for those force buys, and it is going to be the side of Elias picking up a gun for the side of Aesop to give him the firepower to keep things going for their side. Armors have been bought on out, and Nico, he's also going to be buying out a sheriff for himself to keep the ball rolling for there, and Bulldogs are coming out as well. And this is going to be the last buy round, ladies and gentlemen, for the side of GSC Headhunters. They either need to go big or go home, because they're not going to have a second chance here. And if they lose this one out, it's going to be a 1 in 4, giving a lot of opportunities towards the side of Exceeli to clean it up even more, make a massive lead more for their side. And already it's going to shoot streak with 1, but does get traded down by Elias. And down towards the side of mid, aggressive mid control has already been established on Missile. He paid a hefty price for this level of control. He's barely at any HP whatsoever, so he needs to be careful. Otherwise, he could be blown away by the wind in a matter of seconds. What?
Out of charge.
And now the push keeps on going from their back end, and it is going to be Savage trying to go in for that kill, but he's stuck down in no man's land, and it's going to be Fancy instead being able to take them down. Savage, he pays the ultimate price for it with his life, trying to hold down that B main angle. And with all of the information being given away and the ultimate coming on through from the side of Elias, they know exactly where the Omen has teleported to, and he has to have gone towards that B sideline. Basically meaning that, hey, we can go in for our own push, we can go towards the other sideline, and we can be happy about it. But Missile, he needs to be careful. His gun barrel could just get spotted out down in this corner if they opt to go in for full swing down from the left-hand side. And I do believe that Nico, he could have spotted him out, but Nico's not checking those angles. He's actually going down towards the side of mid, and this could be detrimental for his side if he does not play his cards right. They need to survive, and this is very important. If they're able to save these 2 guns, if they're able to pick up the gun towards the side of mid, maybe, and just maybe, they could have a chance to go in for a proper save and have that firepower to keep the following round going, to give them the best possible chance to keep the fight on their side and take this win. But Nico, he's in a pretty rough spot of his own. He needs to be careful. He does get caught on out. And Zolo, he spots out one. He spots out his twin brother, and Missile's gonna be coming on in there with the 10 HP swing to take out Elias. And here, down on this 1-4 scoreline, we're gonna be moving into a 1-5 soon enough, because now there are no more guns for the side of Headhunters that would allow them to take the advantage to keep on going for their side and maybe pull off a possible thrifty. And going on down to a 1-5 and allowing the side of Exceeli to take so much of an advantage, considering the side of Headhunters are on the side of defense, it's going to be a massive dent to their side, because considering they have a killjoy, whenever it comes down to the defense, it's just going to get even harder for them to try and even hold out a lot of the fights. And it's going to be a little bit of a question mark if the side of Headhunters are not able to make this at the bare minimum of a 6-6, or at the best case scenario an 8-4, to try and give them that little bit of an advantage that they do need to keep themselves going in the following attacking half they're going to be going into, because the attacking half is just going to be even more difficult. They're relying a lot more on those flash heavy executions, and if you enter a site with a killjoy, those flash heavy executions won't really work out, because if the killjoy player, considering Fancy, if he's really, we know for a fact that he's really smart, so he can just isolate a lot of these pushes by popping the nano swarms perfectly on time, systematically just cutting off a lot of the support that could be coming on through. But it seems as though this raw aggression from the side of Exceeli, they're just not stopping, and they're gonna keep on going. Elias says hello to Bog, gives him a kiss, and gives him a block to kid him all off. It's gonna be Elias, though, with a double kill of his own, being able to shut down Missile. The duel is a little bit too aggressive, and they could be the ones to pay the price for it. The Nanoswarm is gonna be placed onto the top side of Heaven. He does pop it, and now with Fancy getting a little bit of time for his teammates, they can reposition and get themselves down towards this A main angle. And Fancy, he needs to survive, but because this is very important. No ultimate from the side of the defending Sova, basically meaning that, hey, if I place this lockdown down right now, I have the best advantages in the entire world. Nico going in for that spray, but he cannot crap walk at that distance, and it's gonna be Zolo crazy coming on in with a swift double kill to clean it all up for their side, taking us down to a 1-5 scoreline, ladies and gentlemen. And this was a massive play from their end, but at the same time, a little bit of a question mark in my eyes coming out from the side of GSC Headhunters. They're playing it a little bit too aggressively. They need to be playing it a lot more defensively, or if they want to play this aggressive, they need to be going together as a team instead of playing as individual players. And when you consider the side of Exceeli, yes, they're playing a lot more rush heavy and execution, rush heavy without any form of execution, but they're doing it together as a team. They're using their bodies to their advantage before they take any of these peaks. And Elias, he gets a beautiful shot down on the Mock to take him on out, but he does get traded on out immediately. Missile with a spray control gets another one down on the Sasuke. He gets another one down on the Nico, who goes in for that swing. He has nowhere to run and he has nowhere to hide. Taking down another one. It's gonna be Missile walking his way up. It's a nuke that turned into, let's say, a dynamite for just a couple of seconds. It's gonna be Ace up. We need to give up, but honestly, it is gonna be Zolo and Fancy being able to shut down some more. A little bit of casual toxicity between friends never hurts. Fancy says that to Aesop as he does take him out. Beautifully done from the side of Exceeli to make us go down to a 1-6 scoreline. And here, the side of Headhunters, it seems as though they're going to be opting to go in for another save. A lot of the members are not going to be able to go in for those full buys in those following rounds. But how much can you save going up against the side of Exceeli? Because you need to try and get as many advantages as possible. And here in these type of scenarios, I'm not seeing the side of Exceeli giving you a lot of those advantages, because you need to be the ones to force the issue. You need to be the ones to take a lot of these fights. And Sasuke, he tries to do something, but there's not much that he can do. Elias is going to be the one to get that trade-off down on the Mog. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. The guns have been swapped out, but there's nothing to be found just yet. They're gonna be holding it down strong, and with the pushes coming on through, it's gonna be Zolo with the ultimate being able to position himself down towards that B side and get the spike down in a very comfortable position as well, because those walls are wall bangable, so they can just hold down the fort, keep their positions ready, and keep it all going. And it's going to be Sasuke being able to take the first initial pickoff down on the shoe break to take him on out already. And with the positioning prime, it's going to be Missile with a beautiful headshot of his own, being able to take down Sasuke. But the pushes have already gone on through. The B side is completely open, and both of the members are holding down from the defense side of both out. But Solo, he's still alive, he's still kicking. He does get a double kill, and Savage comes in with a fucking to shut him down. But Missile with a one-place headshot takes down Savage right in the nick of time before he's able to switch out to a different gun. 1-7 on the scorecard for the side of Exceeli, ladies and gentlemen, but that was a little bit too close for comfort. These type of moments of brilliance coming out from the side of Headhunters is what we expect coming out from them, but it's just a little bit too inconsistent. The pushes were coming on down, but the trades are not as frequent. It feels as though the players from the side of Headhunters, they're not taking a lot of these angles with the confidence that we would expect coming out from them. They're taking a lot of these fights slowly instead of doing it the rapid swings that we used to watch them do all the time. This is what's really hurting them. They need to take a lot of these fights, and they need to do it as fast as they possibly can. And now with the pushes coming on down towards the side of A short, it could be the side of Sasuke being able to get the first initial pick off. He does get spotted on out by the drone though, and he does pay the ultimate price for it. But Alliance, he's not missing a single damn shot. He does get a double kill, but Zoe's gonna be the one to shut him down. Well played shots coming out from both of these Omen players, and Savage, he does get spotted on out, but Fancy, he had his crosshair ready. He opts to go in for that swing, takes down another, but Aesop and Nico, they're gonna be the ones to make the difference for their end. Aesop with another kill down on the Solo Crazy. Crouched at the wrong time at that long distance. Really did pay the ultimate price. 2-7 on the scorecard to try and keep these rounds going. And such a crucial round as well coming out from the side of Headhunters, ladies and gentlemen, because when you consider Headhunter having such a rough time in comparison, I primarily do believe that what happened in this round in particular should be happening in the previous rounds as well. Constantly, we are watching the side of Headhunters opt to go in for these fights solo. But in the last round in particular, Elias was there with Sasuke holding down towards the side of A-Shard. He was able to get those two trades off, using the dark cover beautifully to set himself up for all of it. But Aesop, once again, a little bit too aggressive. He's playing a one-off angle, expecting to get a kill without any form of backup. Really did hurt him massively for his shoe streak. Let's just disregard what arrow we saw in that type of situation. You know, those magical lineups to try and get those kills down onto an invisible player. But here, it's a stalemate coming on through from both sides. Savage is going to be able to spot out the Nanostorm and taking it on out. So no form of opening has been created just yet. Elias opting to use the ultimate for info. Does spot out one member, so they know exactly where they are going to be holding. They're just trying to see what they can find, to see if they are going to be able to opt to go in for that push, making a lot of noise down towards this B side. But still, with positioning prime from the side of Sasuke, they can feed all the information in the world towards the side of Headhunter, saying that, hey, no one needs to come towards A. There's no one here just yet, so you can just hold down towards the side of B. Have your positions prime and make sure you are ready to opt to go in for these swings. But Headhunters, they're second guessing themselves. They're actually going on down towards this A side, but the spike is still down towards the side of B main. This could be detrimental for their end. And if they lose this one out, it's just down to a 2-8. And it could be the side of Headhunters getting it all for themselves. And Sasuke, his patience pays off beautifully. And it's going to be another kill onto the back end. It's going to be Nico with another one. And Mok, he's going to be able to take him down. And with the positioning already revealed from all the members of the side of Headhunters, they have nowhere to run and they have nowhere to hide. Jusri coming on down from the side of mid. He gets a kill down onto Elias. He was not ready for any of it. And Savage and Sasuke, they're the last remaining members, but they're on the separate sides of the map, and they're afraid that a hunting Jusri is holding him down from the side of mid, but he's actually down towards the side of B main and opting to go in for that swing. He pulls out the arrow at the wrong time. The timing not in his favor. It's gonna be Savage being able to take down one, and with the flashes coming on through, they want to go in for that push. Another Beer's gonna be coming out as well. Missile's gonna be the one to go in for those knives. He wants to go in for that kill, but Sasuke, yeah, his crosshair ready. The double swing is not gonna be helping you out whatsoever. They pay the ultimate price for it with their lives, ladies and gentlemen. And honestly speaking, considering the spike timer, if they just opted to stay inside of the boathouse and play for time, it would have been beautiful for them, but instead them opting to go in for those peaks really did hurt them out in the long run. But still, those type of mistakes are the thing that the side of Headhunters are looking for, and they are punishing them beautifully. 3-7 on the scorecard, taking it down to a 5-7 will be beautiful as well for the side of GSC, because then they're gonna have a fighting chance moving on forward towards the attacking half, because at that point, you have that breathing room to lose that pistol round, and when you lose that pistol round, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, when you're down on that 8-4 or 9-3 scoreline, it basically allows the opponents to hit double digits first, and whenever you're the team to hit double digits first, you're gonna be the ones to be in a massive disadvantage of your own. Fancy, he's gonna be throwing out those lineups down towards the side of heaven. Not the perfect of lineups, but still, it will be working out in their favor. Oh, never mind. That is actually a good lineup. He's going to be able to find out multiple, but instead it's going to be the side of Headhunters just getting those kills simultaneously, one by one. 3 members, 3 kills, and it's just Missile and Solo trying to survive and trying to clutch out this round, but Missile, he's still alive, he's still kicking, he's going in for those shots, but the headshot's not going to be coming on through. There's not enough bullets in the chamber of Missile's gun to clean it all up for their side. It is going to be the side of Headhunters taking another round for themselves. 4-7 on the scorecard, and it seems as though the side of Exceeli, they're playing the same strat over and over again, and the side of Headhunters, they've just read through them like an open book. They know exactly what to expect coming out from the side of Exceeli, and they're doing a beautiful job of retaliating up against it. Primarily, the fast execution heavy rushes down towards the side of A, because understanding the habits of a lot of the players, they understand that, hey, Mox loves to push down from the side of Garden. He loves to take aggressive control, and with no form of backup towards the side of Mox, the backup that was there from the side of Juice Rig was just a little bit too late, but it seems as though Sasuke, the one-way smoke backfires, and it was actually Solo being able to take him out, spots him out, and takes him down. The trades are going on through, but Missile, he just whips his arm around and shoots a bullet into the skull of Savage in a savage fashion. They have B-side control for themselves. Nico's the last one holding him down from the deep inside of both house, but with all the members swarming him, yeah, he cannot survive this whatsoever. With Missile taking that kill, it's gonna be Elias slowly making his way up. He wants to go in for the play, but he's not gonna be doing on much. Casual toxicity coming out from the side of Elias, saying that Solo, I caught you out. I'm gonna be taking you down. And Elias, he was putting on his dancing shoes. He's going to left. He's jiggling it right. He's going in for the swing, and he gets a headshot down on the shoestring as well to take him out. A little bit of casual toxicity between friends never hurts, ladies and gentlemen. 4-8 on the scorecard to take us on down towards the next half. And here is where I do believe that
Need a drop. Thanks.
Exceeli, they're the ones who got out of that fight with a massive advantage. Yes, of course, you can say that, hey, it's an aided force. Of course, they have that advantage, but they also have another advantage. Primarily, what I was saying previously is that the side of these Headhunters, they needed to get at the bare minimum of that 6-6 before they went on down towards the bare maximum, sorry, of that 6-6 one before they move on down towards their own attacking half. Because when you consider that Killjoy and the setups that the side of Fancy has for this B side, it's gonna be pretty rough for them to try and execute down onto B, and that A side hold from Juice Freak and Mock is just even more deadly. But it seems as though Headhunters, they're not gonna be taking no for an answer, and they wanna go in for that push. The swing could be coming on through, and Missile, he's trying to survive for as long as he possibly can. Wants to go in for that shot, but Aesop just slaps him in the face with that classic to take him on out. Aesop is actually getting ignored completely. Look behind you, Fancy. Where are you looking at? He does pay the ultimate price for it as well with his life. Aesop is an absolute ghost walking around the side of Exceeli. They had no idea where he was, and they have nowhere to hide from his crosshair vicinity. One by one, he gets all of those kills, and he shuts them down. Now there's not much that he can do. Savage gets another kill down on the shoe streak. Monk's gonna be coming on in to be the last saving grace, but down in this 1 versus 3 situation, it could be a tall order for him. He does spot out Miko trying to take a selfie of himself with that camera. He does get taken down though by the last 2 remaining members. Good shot and a good crossfire setup as well from the side of GSC, ladies and gentlemen. Beautifully done, and with them taking the first pistol round in their side, they're going to be in a comfortable spot to take us down to an 8-8, to an even scoreline, to take it all the way for their side. Now, to keep things going, it is going to be the side of Headhunters trying to hold down the fort to see if they can make that push happen down towards the A side. They know exactly what to expect, but look at Bok's positioning. Bok could easily just get a kill if he does find it. He didn't expect them to go down towards the left-hand side. The timing not really in his favor. Ace-off, he just spams through the smoke and somehow gets 2 kills. 1 headshot and 1 more body shot to take down multiple. I'm pretty sure the members of Exceeli are fuming after that kill came on through. Savage, he's just running them down. This is a lot more known as Ace-off, ladies and gentlemen, and he is mowing the lawn of the weed named Exceeli 1 by 1. Like, these type of kills coming out from Ace-off, I do believe that his confidence is through the roof once again. Beautifully done. Every single one of the members of the side of Headhunters, they're taking a sigh of relief. They're giving a sigh of relief, sorry. And they're happy to keep the fight going on their side. Now that they have the momentum, they need to hold on to it because one small mistake could be the thing that caused them this entire match. Because now it seems as though Exceeli, they want to go in for a play down towards that B side by going in for an aggressive push. But there was a pause, ladies and gentlemen, with the walls coming on up. But let's just consider what we could expect coming out from the side of Headhunters. That now that they're opting to go in for a push down towards this A side, this could be a detrimental for their end, or could be a problem for their side. Because on the side of A in particular, they can go in for that push, but with the guns already and with the utility coming out from the side of Shoes Free, it could just be a massive issue for their end. Because now, with the recon mode coming on through, they know exactly for the fact that all the members are going to be pulling down towards the side of A. And Fancy, he's going to be making a rapid rotation, making his way down towards that A side. The push could be coming on down any second. Ace-off checking all of his angles to see if he can find the first initial pickup. But Shoestring is actually holding it down with a classic down from the side of Heaven when he has a Vandal in his hand. What is he trying to pull is the real question. But still, it's going to be Ace-off going for that Lear. The first Lear does go on through. The second Lear is going to be going out as well. But the Paranoid is going to be Prime. And it's going to be Fancy being able to see the first initial thing. But straight through that smoke, it is going to be Fancy biting that bullet. 1-for-1 trades are going to be coming on through. And with the spike going on down as well, Elias, he hears the footsteps. And he knows for a fact that one member is making that push. And at this point, Missile, he's just
Oh, he survived! Oh no! How has he pulled it off? Missile, he updrafts him right in front of Elias, but he gets caught there. Elias trying to shoot him, but he dashes away and gets the frag. Right now, it's a 1v3 in favor of Exceeli Esports. Post-plan situation for the players of GSC. He's trying to get something done right now, but Savage, he gets taken out. And the cleanup coming in from Exceeli, they take that round with ease.
Honestly speaking, that round in particular was way too quick to begin with. I honestly thought that the side of Headhunters, they had a plan after they got in the site and after they got in the spike, because when you consider the post-plan positioning, it was just not there from their end. There was no one holding down properly from the side of A main. And then one small misplay coming out from Elias. And you have to give it to Whistle, though, to have those smooth moves to go in for a backwards dash and then immediately go into a headshot. He has the confidence to keep everything going for their side. But still, Zolo, he is absolutely crazy going in for that swing. He's going to get another one down onto Ace-off. Whistle's going to be the one to go in for another kill down onto Nico. Takes out the resident lurker, and now the last remaining member, their positioning is already known. Fancy opts to go in for that swing, goes in for the spray. He's not gonna be able to take down much though. And it's gonna be Fancy with his usual toxicity. Taking it out on Savage, but still 6 and 10 on the scorecard, and double digits have been reached from the side of Exceeli, ladies and gentlemen. And now, Kirito, I do believe that it's the do or die already happening for the side of GSC Headhunters, because they're going to be forced onto a save, and there's not much that they can do, because it's going to be 6 and 11 soon enough. And if they don't make their stand on that 6 and 11 scoreline, it could be all but over for them, because fighting for an overtime down on a 6 and 12 is not something you can do.
Yeah, definitely. That things are not looking good for them right now. They need to get that money back on the track and have a dominant win, an eco win. Fancy not gonna allow them to do that though. He's gonna get 2 frags onto Sam. Oh, Elias, whoa! Elias
Oh
with
my
two
god,
kills
Elias.
with the martial headshots onto Zolo and Mock. What are you doing? It's a 3v2 right now in favor of GSC, and they still have the bomb on them. Missile and Shoestreak trying to get some frags in. Missile right on him. Our two players. Nico goes wide, but he gets taken out easily. I'm not sure that the white peak was the right answer. Missile gets one more into Elias. Elias slowly peeking in, but the whole thing is turned against them right now. Sasuke can get much done, and Exceeli are on 11-6. They're looking so good right now, despite the doubts we had about them, having some coordination issues. We can see that Mock has sort of adjusted himself in the team pretty easily, both in defensive and attacking strategies, and he's playing really well today, considering this is his first match with Exceeli. He has shown some very good promise that this man is really diverse and really versatile. He can play whichever role his team needs to play, and play with completely new teammates whenever he needs to.
You just have to give it towards the side of GSC for having that fight, for having that resolve to keep things going for their side. But also, the main issue in my eyes is that Headhunters, they're playing a little bit too individualistic instead of playing together as a cohesive unit that we knew them to be. And it's kind of understandable, because when your star player is now out of your roster, you need to build up new strategies. Now that you don't have that same level of aggression, same level of firepower to keep a lot of things going for their side, but still, like, he's off. He has all of the firepower in the world, and it's gonna be Raid up versus Raid
Oh,
up.
he gets one more.
Diff comes out from the side of Aesop, ladies and gentlemen. Just as I was saying that the firepower is not really present, Aesop proves me wrong, and he shuts down multiple. Sasuke chimes in as well, being the resident entry fragger for his team. Shuts down Zolo crazy, and they have 8-side control in their arsenal. The doors are gonna be going on down, and all the members from the side of Headhunters, ladies and gentlemen, they are gunning to get themselves into the site. And they have it all under control. And honestly speaking, Exceeli at this point, they need to just get out of this sticky situation, and they need to go in and save their guns at the bare minimum, because they cannot give away this operator whatsoever. Because as soon as this op goes into the hands of the enemies, not only are you going to be losing a massive investment that you have made, you're also going to be losing out on a lot of money when it comes to the terms of eco, because considering Missile, he has almost no money to work with whatsoever, even though his team members have the money to do something with it in general. Sasuke, he's playing it smart. He does not want to go in for that swing, but Sasuke, you need to make your way down, my man, at the bare minimum. Ups to go in
The
for
information
the swing,
is
and
there
it's gonna
now.
be Missile.
None of them are gonna
to
peek.
take him out.
A clean round coming from GSC, and Aesop doing work for his team, taking down those two aggressive players. It was Fancy9 and Mock holding down the A main, and I'm surprised he was able to get out of there without getting traded. But at least Exceeli from the side of the Missile is able to save the op and still keep some of the economy alive for his team. That they are still able to buy the rifles this round. 7-11 the score. GSC is still possible for them, but they need to continue to win these rounds and not lose much money at all while doing it. Shrewsbury coming in with a recon. That's going to give up a lot of information. We're going to see the run it back coming out from the side of Sasuke. Leers are also in. Aesop, the operator shot coming in from this side. It's going to not find anything. And a lot of utility bringing Zolo with the first frag onto Nico. A trade coming in from Elias. Omen diff. Oh, Aesop really aggressive on this ramps right now. Sorry, onto the heaven. Oh, Missile gets one frag, but Aesop trading him out. There are a lot of players pushing heaven right now. Oh, he gets one more to Shootstreak. And one more onto Mock. This man is going absolutely crazy. Triple kill. Fancy finally getting one on for the side of Exceeli. 2v3. So 2v1. Can Aesop get a 4K right now? Or is he on an ace? Oh, he gets a 4K. Fancy gets a frag onto Savage, but Aesop, what is he doing? He absolutely decimates the side of Exceeli, taking that A site on this ascent map. What a performance coming from him.
Honestly speaking, Aesop, he's been activated, and this man, he is angry at the fact that his team is not being able to win out a lot of these fights. And here he's single-handedly lifting up his entire team, with Elias on his side, of course, to bring it all back for the side of GSC Headhunters, ladies and gentlemen. But now, is where the real test is about to start. Will they be able to keep the momentum going, and will they be able to stay consistent going up against the side of Exceeli? Because Exceeli, they're making small mistakes here and there, and the fact that they're able to capitalize on it, this is just massive. But look at the positioning of
They
Mock.
didn't check Mock. They didn't check Mock. The drone. This could be huge. Oh no!
They're gonna be able to get this kill. Mock is still playing the trigger discipline. He's still
Oh,
waiting for the
oh.
This could have just gone wrong.
almost
for
put him
Mock.
up
He's
there.
gonna be able to survive. He actually is gonna be able to get another kill. Aesop's gonna be the one to take him down, but Soul's gonna be going in for the trade. Elias gets the reverse trade, but fancy that with the trade comes on through onto the side of Elias, and Nico, he's the last one remaining. And now, I don't think Nico can do much. Just spot out one, but with the positioning already found out, it's gonna missile with one headshot and another body shot to boot to take him on out. And Fancy with his usual toxicity to clean it all up. 8 and 12 and match point for the side of Exceeli, ladies and gentlemen. And it seems as though those type of small mistakes coming out from the side of Savage
He's kicking himself. He's kicking himself right now.
really did hurt a lot for the side of Headhunters.
That was so detrimental. I mean, his team had the momentum. They also had the economy as well. They are still able to go for a buy in this match point scenario, but still the momentum is gone right now. And it would take the whole world for them to come back from this. We can see that they are splitting this quite the bit. You can see a couple of players on both sides. The bomb is towards B, but look at the aggression. Exceeli, what? 4 players are coming in from B main. They want to end things right now. Nico, he can get a spray down if he's good enough, but he gets one. Mock getting the trade in, and he does give the information.
Spike is
You can see an ult coming in from the side of Exceeli. Fancy 9 is going to put the defender kill. The spike has been recovered though from Sasuke. And the information is there that the side of A is very clear, but the push coming in from B main, Mock and Fancy, can they get something? They don't. It's a 3v3, and they are pushing towards the side of A, but Mock, he gets a kill on the Savage. They need to trade right now. Fancy, look at this positioning. He's already on top mid. He can get a flank in from Catwalk.
Oh no!
And Juice gets a final Sasuke, and the final one onto Elias. The map is done. 8-13 the score, ladies and gentlemen. Exceeli take the win. And a really impressive performance also coming from Headhunters. They really need to play more coordinated. They really need to check those angles properly and keep the momentum going. They need to do whatever they can to keep momentum alive. That is their key to success right now, especially being one map down.
The main issue that the side of Headhunters had, once again, I'm repeating this over and over again. Yes, of course, but it's all really down to the team play and coordination. It was just not present whatsoever in this map in particular. It's all about those individual performances. And that's not something that you can always rely on. Yes, Sasuke, he had a very rough going on this match in particular. 6 and 17 is not what you expect coming out from your Phoenix, but the problem was there was no one opting to go in for his trade. Yes, there was Elias sometimes, but there was no dedicated trader for him. And those smokes coming on through from the side of Elias felt as though they were not really being communicated. And all the positions that they were peaking were absolute dry peaks, and they were able to take Exceeli off guard sometimes, but that's not going to be something that works out every single time whenever you're opting to go in some of these pushes. And here's where the side of Exceeli, they were able to catch the side of Headhunters off guard every single time by constantly switching up their strategies, playing defensively, playing aggressively. And that B main push at the very end is not something that the side of Headhunters would expect ever, because when you're on that match point, you're going to be the ones playing it super defensively so you can play your cards properly, play for the trades instead of playing aggressive so you can close everything out with a bang and then take us down to the next map. But with the fact that Exceeli, they made the big brain play of opting to go in aggressive, Headhunters, they were not ready for it whatsoever. They got caught off guard. They got taken on down, but you have to give it to Elias and Aesop. They made a lot of highlight reels in this match, and if they're able to carry this form of momentum down towards the second map with a deep breath and an encouraging work towards the side of Sasuke, I do believe that they're going to be able to take it all away and take map number 2, so we're going to be headed into map number 3. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be wrapping things up for map number 1, with the side of Exceeli being able to win this one out on an 8 and 13 scoreline. But we're going to be back with it real shortly as we set everything up for map number 2. So see you just in a little bit.
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ 2টি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের 2টি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ 2টি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের 2টি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে PowerUp সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে দুটি প্রাইজ পুল সহ দুটি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ দুটি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের দুটি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
Gentlemen, we are back with the ESPL Bangladesh Valorant PowerUp Series 4 upper bracket finals between GSC Headhunters and Exceeli. The matchup has already started. The first map is down. We see the Exceeli taking the map 13-8, the score. And right now we're moving into the second map of Bind, where GSC Headhunters are going to be attacking. And they are, hopefully they will be able to come back from this. It is a big ask indeed, but you know, they were lacking in some coordination. Their site entries, the post plans weren't as coordinated, the utilities weren't as coordinated, so the team play needs to be a little bit fixed, but hopefully they are bringing in a sub. It is Rex VRS coming in place of Sasuke, I'm sure. Oh no, in place of, who is he replacing? Aggressor? He there?
Elias.
Oh, he's replacing Elias playing the Omen. Yeah, my bad over there. But yeah, the roster has changed for GSC quite drastically right now. They have Nico coming in with the duelist this time, playing the Jet Savage. Still okay. I just realized GSC Headhunters are playing all duelists, but we've heard rumors, but ladies and gentlemen, apparently the rumors are true. We're gonna see an all duelist lineup coming in from GSC, except Rex VRS sticking with the Omen, and I think he would have gone to. I think he that they didn't really tell him in time, because he did sub in. But regardless, an interesting matchup indeed. We will see the default lineups coming in from Exceeli, a controller, a sentinel, an initiator, and a couple of duelists coming in. We're seeing Mock still sticking with the Reina, and hopefully he's gonna perform even better this round. But GSC, I'm not sure if they're actually gonna play, you know, with their full potential in this map. But if they do win, it's gonna be one of the biggest
Oh my god,
upsets,
Savage!
even more.
Oh my god, Savage!
What happened?
Look
Oh,
at
oh,
Savage.
oh, what the hell, Savage? What?
Well then, this is gonna be quite an interesting game to see the very least. Savage with a massive crosshair. If he gets any form of a headshot with this, I'll be absolutely amazed. And Savage,
He found a frag.
kill with that crosshair. He's gonna get first one. Rizzo to the side. That's gonna be fancy. I'd be able to take down one. Walks going in for another one of his own. The shots are connecting. The boom bots are gonna be reading on in. And it's gonna be Aesop still holding the ground down with his own calling. He does go in for those shots. But Rizzo's gonna be the one to take him out with the bot on his side. But Savage, tiny little bit questionable what that crosshair was right at the very stages.
I mean, if he can work with it, then good on him. It's not for me, that's for sure.
Let's just not talk about that and let's keep on moving on forward, ladies and gentlemen, because when you consider these two teams going up against one another, this was quite questionable to say the very least of how they opted to go in for a lot of these fights. And it seems as though they lost a little bit of their ground, not opting to take aggressive shower control. It's very questionable, especially when you are considering a pistol round fight, because having shower control during a pistol round is very crucial to say the very least. But once again, this crosshair, it's really hurting my eyes. To say the very least of how he's going to be aiming with this. But hey, no harm, no foul. If Savage is able to do it, pretty sure all of us can. And this could just be the new aimbot crosshair. We never really know because Savage, he's making his way up. He has a curveball on his hand though, with Ace up on his side to get something undone. But still, with the push coming on through, the blue bot does spot him out, and he's going to be the one to forced on back, and there's not much that they can do. It's gonna be fancy going in for that swing, and Aesop's actually gonna be able to get that kill. Mock's gonna be able to get that trade kill, and honestly, they know exactly where Savage is gonna be holding at Mock. They're just having fun now. Both of these teams, they are close friends after all, and they are just having the time of their lives, and it's just gonna be Sasuke, last member remaining, going in for a massive rotation, a massive flank, from the back end of side. He just has a shorty though, so pretty sure he has no range potential whatsoever.
He does have a nade. He can clear this angle if he wants to, but I'm not sure if he can get done anything. I'm not sure he can do anything with a shorty, and my point proven. Missile is gonna get a 3K this round, taking him down with his own Phantom, and we're gonna see a little bit of improvement in the economy of GSC. They will be going for the rifles, the buy round coming in. Exceeli still having that bonus round in their favor. We can see a bunch of Spectre still in play from the last round. Shoot Streak and Missile though, they will be going for the rifles. We can see a Phantom and Vandal in their hands, but right now, I mean, I'm pretty sure there isn't much strategic value to how GSC are playing this. I mean, they can try and strategize. There are still smokes available for them. There's some utilities and nades still. Savage somehow hits that recon dart with that crosshair. I'm not sure how, but he does it. I gotta say, he's pretty good with it, not gonna lie. Aesop getting a frag onto Fancy. The opener coming in for this round. They're gonna make their way into the side. One more onto Missile. Ladies and gentlemen, he is going big. Aesop from clearing the flank for his teammates. He's gonna slowly clear the back for them, and no flank coming immediately. Site is open right now. Exceeli are still trying to hold it somehow. Oh, Nico trying to go in from showers, but Mog, the awareness is good. He's gonna be able to pick up a Vandal too. And taking an ult, he has the Empress now. He can go in for a post plan, and he will. But oh, a Savage getting a frag onto Zolo. It's a 2v4. There is still opportunity for Mog though.
This will be very questionable if the side of Headhunters are able to take this, but Mock, he's gonna be the one to clean out Rex. And with that first initial pick off and the dismiss coming on through, it is still though a 2 versus 3 scenario on the map. Not really a lot of advantages to work with whatsoever. No spike path has gone on through, so they're not gonna be able to take down all of the angles down properly. But look at the positioning coming out from the side of Aesop and Savage. They know exactly where Mock is, and they just hoard him down. He has nowhere to run and he has nowhere to hide. He pays the ultimate price for it with his life. And why did that rhyme? I have no clue. But still, moving on forward. 2-1 is in the scorecard, and it is going to be the side of Headhunters winning out on their first buy rounds. But still, no harm, no foul, because you have to consider that was a bonus round being played from the side of Exceeli. So now they're going to be able to go in for those full buys finally and take the fight properly to go up against the side of Headhunters. So let's see, this could just be a repeat of map number 1, or this could be their side being able to take the momentum in there and then take over the map of Vine, because here is their do or die. It's either go big or go home, because if they're not able to take the map of Vine, it's gonna be all over the world for their side.
Zolo taking a lot of damage from the Boombot. Gonna have to fall back. Right now, we can see JC are still pretty, just trying to explore their options, trying to find out which side they can push to. We do see a couple of players, Sasuke and Nico, still fondling over in that A main area. But oh, nice nade coming in from Fancy. That he saw the flash coming in, and he sent in a nade there immediately, doing good damage onto the players there. Missile, good awareness, takes down Aesop from that B long position. And right now GSC, they are still to B. No, they're gonna be rotating. They still have a couple of players trying to, still look out for the flanks so that nobody really rushes them as they quick rotate to the side of A. Since Exceeli still have their game sense in, we can see Shoestreak and Zolo Crazy still holding in that A side. Good agents, Fancy getting a frag onto Sasuke. It's all onto these three players from GSC, a 3v4 as they entry into the side. But Zolo, only 34 HP, gets a long range frag onto Nico. He's still tapping away to get some more. We can see Savage trying to heal, but Zolo's not even gonna let him do that. Paranoia coming in, and he's gonna walk through that smoke right in forward. I thought he's gonna whiff there, but he still gets the frag, a triple kill for Zolo. And Rex BRS, it would be a nice shot if he was able to, 180 and get the frag on Zolo. But Exceeli will be taking another round in their favor. 3-1 the score will be. And that's really gonna hurt the economy of GSC Headhunters.
Now with the first initial hit already being done, Headhunters, they're not gonna be happy. After losing on that round in particular, you would expect them to a little bit more of a game plan to take that round off for their side, because now them losing out on that is gonna be forcing them down onto an eco. And here on a triple duelist composition, sorry, not a triple duelist, a quadruple duelist composition, sorry. It's really hard to say because we have not seen this, but this could just be the secret strategy of Headhunters that they have in store for the side of Exceeli to take it all over from them. But moving on towards the push side, this could really work out on their favor, or this could just backfire massively, but instead it's gonna be Missile and Fancy holding on down with
with
a double kill. Coming on out from that grenade, throws out another nade for good measure to make sure no one is camping on down towards that smoke angle, giving Mok the ample opportunities that he needed to go in for that swing and go in for that kill. Nico's gonna be the one to go in for his own swing, take down Mok with that Spectre, but gets traded out immediately by Missile. And now 4-1 on the scorecards. They have lost out on the eco round as well. They're gonna be able to go in for those force buys, but keep on going. They need to win out on this round in particular, because if they're able to, it is going to be going on down to a 5-1 on the it's going to be going on down to a 4-2 on the scorecard. But if they lose, it's going to be a 5-1, forcing them down to another eco, and this could easily go down to a 6-1 in a matter of seconds. So the side of Headhunters, they need to be careful, because the snowball momentum that the side of Exceeli can have is just growing with every passing moment, and they cannot and they need to start retaliating as fast as they possibly can. Otherwise, it could just be all but over for their side. But Savage, he's gonna be the one to pop the run attack with his massive crosshair. He's checking his left, he's checking his right, but Nestle's gonna be the first one to get that kill down onto Rex, shutting down one. But Mok, he's gonna be the one to hold on down from the off angle. He doesn't expect another member to be there. He's actually gonna be able to pick up that dismiss, but he cannot run on away. Still 2 versus 1 on the map. Aesop is gonna be able to find out one, but he doesn't know what to expect. And it's gonna be Shoesrig instead with a spray down to stake out Aesop. T-Vex raining in Supreme, and the grenades to the faces as well. 5-1 on the scorecard for the side of Exceeli, ladies and gentlemen. It seems as though at this point, this is not really a tournament game. It's just two teams of friends having fun going up against one another.
Definitely a lot of fun being had by both sides right now. But if we are to look strategically, GSC aren't at the best of state economy-wise right now. We do see a player trying to force by Aesop, going for a Vandal, but he's going to change his mind and go for a Bulldog instead. And I mean, having 4 duelists, it's tough to really coordinate utilities. The utilities aren't the best. We can see the Blaster coming in from Nico, but no, Fancy 9 shuts him down, satchels into shower and gets a headshot onto him. And that was huge coming in from him. That Blade Storm could have been really detrimental for his team. And I mean, the duelist utilities aren't the best for coordinating. I would have expect maybe a Sova or a Cypher utility to go in with them, but Shoestreak with 2 using his Hunter Spear takes down Rex BRS, and also Sasuke. You can see Mok coming in from the flank too. The only 2 players left from GSC, Aesop and Savage. They both have eco weapons. Savage with spot in hand with the curveball, but Mok takes them down easily, and Exceeli playing really aggressive, more aggressive than usual. I mean, this is turning out to be a real casual match right now, but Exceeli aren't really giving them any room at all, despite knowing that GSC, they aren't really playing, on the best of their form, and, playing with the right mentality and all, but still, it's fun to see, good frags, good, what do you call it, good coordination coming in from Exceeli. It's really nice to see.
That is for sure. But at the same time, this match in particular, if the side of Headhunters really opted to go in for a proper fight, if they really opted to go in for those proper plays, maybe they could have taken it all away, and they want to go in for it hard, ladies and gentlemen. But it seems as though Solo, he's having none of it. He's playing it seriously, even if his teammates are not. One by one, he gets those double kills, shuts down 2, but still, side control has been semi-established from the side of Nico, but Nico is in no man's land. He's in the territory that he should not be in, and Savage with that crosshair, he's not gonna be able to find out punch on those long range fights. Opts to go in for that heal and that swing, but instead it's gonna be Zolo being the one that shut him on down. 7-1 on the scorecards, ladies and gentlemen, and that was another buy round coming out from the side of GSC Headhunters, and them losing out on that basically means it's either going for a force buy here, which they are opting to do so, and this could just be their last force buy for this round in particular, because once again they're going to be forced onto that save, and at that point it's going to be going on down from an 8-1 to a probable 9-1 if they lose it all out here. So here's where the side of Headhunters, they need to start taking this down all seriously and keep the fight going for their side, because there are no more second chances after this. Because if they lose out here, they lose out on any form of an advantage they could have had on this map in particular, because with this quad duelist composition, you have no way of actually holding down a lot of the sides. It's either go big or go home, and the aggression, it could just be paying off. But Dodo, he does get 1 kill, but he does get taken on down almost immediately. Good trades coming out from the side of Headhunters, but in the long run, I do believe that Exceeli, they're gonna be happy. They have complete map control, but Nico, he sneaks in through towards the side of Lambs. He does take down missile, picks up a Dragon Vandal for himself. Troops is not gonna be able to hit that shot. Does get rated on out though, but Nico, he's not missing a single shot, and one by one, the side of Headhunters, they're making the difference, and they are shutting down as many players as they possibly can. Mock's the last possible member remaining, and with the B-side push imminent soon enough, Nico's gonna be the one to take the aggressive control. He's gonna be the one to take aggressive front down towards this BCT angle. And Mock, he could be the one to go in for the push, and he could be the one to go in for the headshot as well. Nico's gonna be the one to take him on out. 7-2 on the scorecard, ladies and gentlemen. And this could be the saving grace for the side of Headhunters. So make things even for their side and give them the advantage to keep on moving forward down towards that second half.
That round was really valuable for GSC indeed. They will give them some room to breathe economy-wise. They will be able to buy some more rifles in this round, and that's going to help them get some momentum in their favor. Possibly even, they aren't going to be able to tie things up in this half at least, but possibly get a respectable scoreline, 7-5, which is the best they can do right now. That will definitely help them out in the defensive half. You can see, Exceeli, we're 3 players aggressing in this B main. Aesop takes it on 1 onto Fancy, but Missile with the trade. Noise has been made, and the Killjoy utility is going to detect the player's presence in hookah. They're going to have to fall back the side of the Headhunters. The remaining defenders from Exceeli, Mock and Missile are going to fall back into the side. The rotations are coming in, but you can see that Zolo and Shootfix still holding strong in A. You can see Zolo with a really off angle. He's going to even pull a paranoia in that. That will sort of dent the push coming in from them. Smokes are in place. You can see they're going to come in. Oh, Sasuke finds a shot onto Zolo. And it's a 3v4 right now. Bomb plant is going to go down. But they fake tap it, sort of. And Sasuke's going to go for it right now. He's holding it in. Oh, Missile pushing into U-Haul. He gets a frag onto Nico. Sasuke trading. But Missile, they are aware of him. He almost gets a 4. Gets a clean headshot onto him. That was a great shot. Mock pulling out the Empress all for the clutch. He will get Sasuke, and it's all onto Savage. The Renalier in play, and a paranoia. A curveball coming in. Mock missing the shot, but he's still holding the angle. He's pushing onto him as he reloads. Savage. And he gets the headshot. A clutch coming in from Savage. He wins the round for his team. And they are still gonna stay alive in this matchup. 7-3 the score. Still having some momentum, but that was a good economy damage, I must say. Exceeli, they still have the advantage money-wise, but GSC were barely staying afloat there. That will definitely push them back a little bit. So right now they are gonna be going for another force buy. I'm not sure what Nico and Rex VRS will be buying. Rex VRS is going for a Guardian. He has the bomb, and oh, look at this positioning from Exceeli. They're gonna aggress right now. Zolo, interesting play, interesting position coming in this cubby. I'm not sure if they will expect it from the side of Headhunters, but oh, Nico does peek that angle, but he isn't cleared out. Savage, he gets the frag as Zolo was TPing. Fancy with one more trade onto Asa, but this aggressive flank coming from Missile and Mock. They aren't aware of it. Headhunters, Mock going in. What did you do there, Mock? How do you miss that? But Fancy 9 Missile to save the day. It's all onto Sasuke, and he only has 11 HP. The bomb is right in front of him, but a killjoy turret placed, and he's gonna one-shot him if he doesn't peek carefully. But Shoe Squeak ends things for him, and whatever momentum the GSC had going for them is absolutely destroyed. They will have some money, but not all of them can buy rifles. We can see Rex VRS again going for a Guardian. He is pretty good with that. Nico, he's gonna very possibly playing his ult. Yes, the Blade Storm will come in play. He doesn't have enough money to buy a gun, and it's basically go big or go home for them right now. Get as many rounds as you can going into the next half. That's pretty much it for GSC.
Now, the side of GSC Headhunters, they're having a pretty rough time trying to stabilize themselves, and it's all pretty much down to the mentality. You should never lose out hope that you can win out on a game, even when your opponent is as strong as the side of Exceeli. And here, the fact that they have given up and they're not playing as seriously as they could have is a massive question mark in my eyes. It's going to be Nico trying to make a difference, and also Sasuke trying to pull out the showstopper, but their positioning is already known. They know exactly where they're going to be holding at, and they know exactly where they are going to be turning on, ladies and gentlemen. But still, Headhunters, they're going to be able to get some form of control down towards this B side, but still, Rex, he's not going to be able to get that kill, and Savage, you heard my words, both back killed Crosshair, and Missile and Zolo, they're going to be the ones to take it all the way. It is a little bit of an entertaining show, to say the very least, ladies and gentlemen, but in the end, I really hope that the side of Headhunters, they would have played it a little bit more differently, but still, to end things off on 9-3 scoreline, they can still do their best, they can still keep the fight going for their side. Very much possible if they do turn up those gears and they are able to take this pistol round in particular, but Kirito, at this point, with their spirits broken, do you think that the side of Headhunters have a chance?
I mean, I think they expected that they had no chance into this game the moment they picked 4 duelists, but I mean, they did perform pretty well. Those rounds were really close, and they did win 3 rounds even after having this really interesting agent selection. We're gonna see an aggressive push from B-Long, but no one is there, and the only one defending the side of A is Savage. He's gonna have a lot on his hands, but Fancy 9 takes it off. He says, you don't need to fight us, just rest right now. And the rotations coming in from GSC, it will be a tough retake indeed. The bomb plant is gonna go down. I mean, without the information utilities from Cypher and Sova, proper smokes. I mean, Rex VRS has smokes, but he is pushing into U-Haul. So many gunfights going down there, but the trades are in. It's all on to Sasuke, 30 HP, and he gets taken out. Fancy 9, the raise diff coming in. He's even gonna go all the way in to do a little friendly teabag. This is turning out to be a real casual match indeed. I mean, even though they aren't taking this seriously, it is fun to watch. You know, 2 teams just going crazy at each other, pulling off the most, the most funniest of strats, I must say.
That is for sure. And at the very end of it all, Valorant is a game about having fun. But down on this stage, you need to give it all that you got. And it seems as though Headhunters, they're going to be opting to go in for those force buys to try and make a little bit of a difference for their side. And once again, I started rhyming without even knowing what I am saying. I don't know why this happened.
Just become a rapper.
Yeah, honestly speaking, everyone says I should become a rapper, but that's probably not going to be working out in my side. But still, this time around, it is going to be Missile being able to get the first initial ping down on the one. Headhunters, they are making the difference. It's going to be Nico with a fast wrapper out of his own. Takedown Fancy with the judge being the jury, and Savage on the sideline. He's hitting those crispy headshots. But Missile, he's not letting anything get away. Solo, he gets a beautiful headshot of his own down onto Rex to shut down another Savage, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. He has nowhere to run. The nano swarms are going on his left. The nano swarms are going on his right. And with that Marshall, he does get 2 kills, but that's all that he's gonna get. Because Zolo and Missile, their aggression is relentless, and they are gonna be the ones to take the fight towards you every single time. 11-3 on the scorecard, and once again, it's gonna be a full buy of judges down towards that B side. Rex and Nico holding down the angle of Fuka, while all the other members from the side of GSC, they're holding it down as a bunker down towards that A side.
It's all go big and go home now for GSC Headhunters. They aren't in the best economy-wise. We can see a really messed up buy coming in from them. They're still holding strong. Aesop detected by the Somadron. He's gonna push in, but Mok is gonna the frag onto Aesop. Sasuke with a trade though, 4v4. Still winnable with those weapons. It's gonna be tough, but oh, the odds aren't going in their favor. Missile takes down Sasuke as Savage. He's gonna get tagged a lot. Missile getting a second frag. That was a one tap, bitch. That was so clean. And it's a 2v4. Rex VR is just pushing in, and he's gonna give Missile that 3k basically right now. And the only player left is Nico as he pushes in through Streak with a nice peek, takes him down. A near flawless round from the side of Exceeli, and they are on match point, ladies and gentlemen. One round away from winning the upper bracket finals and qualifying for the grand finals. GSC Headhunters, they do have money for some buys, but yeah, and it's not the best. We do see a couple of judges, an Ares, Sheriff, and a Vandal without armor.
Well, this is gonna be a tall order on a 12-3 scorecard, but I don't really want to jinx this because it is very much possible. We always have this say, don't say it's over until the fat lady sings, and when the match of Valorant is over. But Rex, he also going for that swing with that Marshall. He tries to go in for that kill, but he's not going to be able to find it. Instead, it's going to be Aesop getting the first initial pick off. He does get the trade, but Nico's going to be the one to get another one down on the fancy, but Mok's going to be there to get the trade for his teammate to get that vengeance kill. So it's already 3 versus 3 on the map. The trades are going to be going on beautifully. And all the members of the side of Headhunters, they're trying to hold down the fort, but on the side of Exceeli, they know what's up.
Oh, Missile
has to be completely empty, and Missile, he has full A-side control. He can do whatever he wants. He can be the playmaster for all that we care, ladies and gentlemen. And Missile, he could be holding...
he can get a couple of frags there, but
maybe he's going to be able to find something, but Missile, I do believe that he lagged a tiny little bit, and he does pay the price for it. Juicy is going to be there, though, to get his own initial headshot. Shut down another Mok, and Shootstreet there, going on down to a 2 versus 2 situation. Mok's going to be looking at the first initial pick, goes in for that swing, takes down Savage, knows exactly where he is. Beautifully done from the side of Exceeli, ladies and gentlemen, and they're going to be the ones to keep on moving forward down towards the grand finals. And sadly, it will be Headhunters not being able to take it all away, and they're going to be sent on back down to the lower bracket finals to try and claw their way back to face off against the side of Exceeli once again.
A really tough match for them indeed. They really gave it their all in the first map in Ascent. It was a really close match, but I think they just needed to get used to their new teammates a little bit more. Work on the coordination would definitely help them out quite a bit. And still, despite that was a good try, I really wish they took the second map a little bit more seriously. You know, take a proper lineup and have some proper strats planned. They had the potential to win that. They just needed to work on the team play a little bit more. But you know, they did go for the meme plays, going for duelists, and still they actually got a few rounds and showed some promising performance there. Regardless, we will be seeing Exceeli winning it all, going to the upper bracket, going to the grand finals, winning the upper bracket finals, sending Headhunters to the Exceeli. They still have a chance to win this, as you said. All they need to do is work on the chemistry with their new teammates. The utility usage should be coordinated much more, and we might see them face off Exceeli again in the grand finals. So we just need to stay tuned for that. And that's pretty much it from us today. This was the match we had in hand. And we will be back. Would you have another match tomorrow, Aggressive?
I do believe yes. We can just check, but still, make sure just hit the like and hit the subscribe button. We don't know the schedule, but you for sure will know the schedule if you hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell if you're on YouTube, and make sure to like the page if you are on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen, to get all the notifications of when we do go live. But for now, it's been a long day. It's been a fun game, though, at the very least, and it was a pleasure to cast with you here, though. And we're going to be back with you real soon with the ESPL Bangladesh Amateur Invitational Cup. So see you then.